Welcome anyone listening to the third episode of the Koreatown Pillow Fort podcast. Today, we'll be reviewing one of our favorite movies as a collective, Coraline.
Yeah, it's awesome. We love Coraline.
Yeah,
and I was super excited
movie.
to do this episode. I've seen it I think 2 months ago. Like I saw 4 or 5 times. So I rewatched this and I remembered every scene, and it was still great. But,
okay, it is about a year from when I first watched it. I've probably seen it 9 or so times since. It's always a good movie to turn on. If I'm hanging out with the boys, it's a good movie to turn on.
Oh, for sure.
Because you just have it in the background. It's just fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, it's just a fun movie to watch, and it looks really great. It's one of the last movies created by the studios who does that stop animation stuff. I think it's Latika or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know, but it's one of those studios,
for it.
And it's got that super awesome just stop motion animation stuff going on. And it's before we get into this, if anyone hasn't seen it before watching this, go watch it. It's really awesome. You're really missing out if you aren't watching it.
Yeah, compared to the last 2 movies or 2 pieces of media that we've reviewed, this is by far the shortest.
Yeah, it's a fun.
It's an hour and a half. It's an hour and a half. It's on Netflix, whereas Midsummer, is in theaters and a 2.5 hour watch.
It's a slow burn.
And then
it's a real slow burn.
And then Stranger Things, of course, is an 8 episode long TV show.
For sure, man. Well, before we get into our next stuff here, I thought it'd be good to see just how you're doing, man. How's life been treating you since the 2 days since we last recorded our episode?
Boring, man. Boring, let me tell you.
That is too bad. What's been going on?
I've just been doing a lot of guitar and vocals, so not boring, here. Just slow.
Slow? Oh, that's too bad.
Really slow. Been trying to do a little lyric writing, but that's not
going super
great.
well. Yeah, well, over here, I mean, geez, what? I don't even know a whole lot of what I did yesterday. It's been dog sitting. That's been going great, and then a ton of vocal work. Just working on those singing stuff.
Yeah,
because unfortunately right now, because I am creating my own songs and stuff, but that's kind of hard to do when you don't have a vocalist, when you're trying to create music that would require a vocalist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It's right now, I'm going through and it's all right, this is going to be sick. This vocal line's going to come in. And then at the end, I'm all right, I can do it this time. We're all good. And then it's not good. It's a rough time.
Yeah. Yeah,
man.
That.
Otherwise, it's been a real fun time, It's fun working on singing and vocals and stuff and guitar, and I've almost got that Jason Richardson Follow the Science solo down. We're getting real close.
Very good. Can't wait to see it on Instagram at BlazeJake.
Can't wait to see your cover of it at some point at Hail Shakira.
Unlikely, to be honest.
Yeah, man. Well, I think we should hop right into a boozy foddy quiz.
Yes. BuzzFeed time.
It's BuzzFeed
time. Take the quiz at home if you want to. Do
it with us.
The quiz.
What a fun time.
The quiz is: we know which Coraline character you're most like based on the day you plan.
By Quiet Sheep 56.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We'll ignore that.
All right. First, you want to just hop right into it?
Yeah, let's go, man. I'll do this first question. What time are you
waking up? Oh, sorry about that.
You're good, man.
We'll switch off every question.
Yeah,
you take
so I can
this
do
one,
this first
the next one.
And then you can do the next one. We'll go from there. So we got 5 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 12 p.m., afternoon, night, waking up. I'm sleeping all day. What would you pick, Ryan?
Based off today and the days that, preceded today, I'm picking 12 p.m. noon.
Oof. Do you wake up at 12? I thought it was later than that.
No, well, it depends. Okay, every other day that we've decided to record a podcast, you just caught me on days where, I have stuff to do the night before, and I happen to
gotcha.
wake up drunk or whatever.
Or yeah, or like 5 p.m. be like, oh, bro, I missed it.
Yeah. Well, because we did the day after the 4th of July.
Oof. Yep.
And then we did the day after a party.
Yep.
that we threw, or that I threw. So it just wasn't ideal days. Yeah. But
okay, hold up though. Is your advertisement in the right have the police guy chasing down a dinosaur?
Excuse me?
My advertisement on the right has a policeman like chasing down a guy in a T-Rex costume.
Are you telling me you don't have an ad blocker?
Apparently not.
Get an ad blocker.
I probably
PSA
should.
to anyone listening, get an ad blocker, please.
Yeah. Heck, people, they don't need money. Especially BuzzFeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck you, BuzzFeed.
Okay, so what time are you waking up? Mine's in between 5 and 7. I usually wake up at 6, but I've been waking up at 7 more recently because I'm really tired when I wake up right now. So I'm probably going to go closer to around 7 a.m. But then during college and school and stuff, it's usually around 5. So I'll pick 7 for now. That's what time I'm waking up at. All right, next question.
All right, what's the first thing you do when you wake up? Yawn, duh, shower, walk around, exercise, check my phone, just ... lay there, go outside. I said I'm not waking up. Stare out the window.
All right, so so for exercise though, like, does anyone like not check their phone, doesn't shower, doesn't walk around, like, or anything? They just go straight to exercising. Does anyone do that?
Like, oh, I'm awake, time to go for a run.
Time to freaking go, yeah. I don't think anyone does that.
No,
I guess for me,
you're a legit sociopath if you do that.
I never yawn when I wake up. I don't shower when I wake up because I have to exercise first. I don't really just walk around. I guess the closest thing would be, where's breakfast on here?
Oh my god.
Yeah, man.
Wait, what?
Do you just not eat?
Stare outside window is on there, but not breakfast.
You just stare outside the window. Yeah, what? I guess check my phone would be the closest. It's right by my bed, and I like checking the email and stuff before I wake up.
Before you wake up?
Or before I wake, yes. No, right after I wake up, I like, check what's going on.
Yeah,
the
I
weather
got
and
you.
stuff
Okay.
like that. What's your choice gonna be, Ryan?
I wake up in a frenzy every morning. I wake up to Russian hieroglyphs on my wall.
Sick.
It's really cut down, but pretty regularly I wake up and there's red Russian lettering all over my walls.
Why would that be?
I don't know. And then I normally just like, if it's one of those days, I just lay there until they go away. All right, next one.
Okay, so what's for breakfast, Ryan? What are you gonna have, an eggy and toasty with a side of bakey? Whatever's there. I'll eat what someone else cooked. A beet, tea, old candy. I'll go out to eat somewhere, some scraps of food, or I'll cook what I find. I don't think I'm seeing your option on here, Ryan.
Which is just not eating breakfast and waiting until dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not on here.
What's the closest thing for you?
I don't know.
Whatever is there, so nothing, because nothing's there.
I guess, like, it's almost 2 p.m. right now. I haven't eaten anything, and I'm fine. Like,
I can't survive that long without food.
I normally just I eat once a day at 7 p.m. and then I don't eat until 7 p.m. I'm good.
Boy, that's freaking sick.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'll do whatever is there. That'll be my choice.
All right, cool. I think I'll go with let's see, where was it? I'll eat what someone else cooked, because like in the morning I almost always have coffee and a smoothie, but it's kind of off and on whether my mom made a smoothie or I had some coffee in the morning. So I'll just go with that, because there's not make your own smoothie for an option here. Yeah. Guess that's kind of hippie, but yeah, that's what I have for breakfast every morning.
Okay. What are you going to do for today? I don't like that wording.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
like
a little odd.
What's stay inside, watch a play, observe people, hang myself, hang in the garden, not Hunt slugs, finish my work, spend it on the computer, wander outside, visit other houses. What?
See, this is
Visit
whack.
other houses?
Visit other houses. I guess that's the weird, like, spider language way of saying going to see friends.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess. All right. So mine, the closest thing to mine is probably going to be stay inside. Because, I mean, I'm always just working on guitar or recording something or doing something like that.
Yeah.
Yes, that's going to be my answer. Yours would probably be the same, I'm guessing, right?
Well, it would be stay inside, but that's one you're picking. So I will.
It doesn't matter. You can pick that too.
I'll do visit other houses. I'll do visit other houses just to see what this spider language shit decides to correlate with my personality.
Yeah. Hopefully I get the bell down with these answers so far.
Ooh.
That's my goal. Okay, so what's for lunch? Am I, yeah, I'm going through this one. More tea, a sandwich, a delicious plate of chicken, whatever I cook probably, what's in the kitchen, no lunch, only exercise, some candy perhaps, whatever I am offered, some pizza. What's yours gonna be, Ryan?
Let's see. As I said, I don't normally eat lunch.
But you can't say no lunch, only exercise.
Because I don't exercise either.
So whatever I'm offered, probably be yours then.
I'll do a sandwich. Every once in a while,
Sandwich?
I'll go up, I'll make a sandwich.
That's craziness.
If I'm having an especially hungry day.
Okay.
A sandwich.
A sandwich. Alrighty. Mine is whatever I cook. It's pretty much always a bagel with cheese and salami on it. Or like leftovers or something. But I usually make it myself. So I'm gonna go with whatever I cook. Probably. It's pretty much my answer. Alrighty, next question.
Finally, when are you going to sleep? Soon, ... Whenever I want. No sleep for me. Very early. I slept all day. I'll sleep at 10 p.m. Once I finish work, 12 p.m. Once everyone is asleep. Isn't 12 p.m. noon?
Yeah.
What? I think they meant 12 a.m.
I guess. I don't know anyone that goes to sleep at 12 p.m.
I don't like these spider people and their
it's a little
and
odd.
their wording.
I didn't check this beforehand. We're just going through it, and it's a little odd.
Yeah, this is not great. I say we do a second one after this, just to.
No, this is fine. This is fine.
Okay,
We'll stick with
all
this.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm enjoying this so far. All right, so I have to pick either soon or very early because I go to bed at grandma times, like 8 p.m. usually. So I guess like very early for some people is like 9, so I guess I should just go with soon.
It's 2.
I got my answer here.
Okay, all right. Once everyone is asleep will be mine, since that is the most accurate. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, what did you get?
I got Mr. Jones. Oof. You love spending time with your family, but you tend to focus more on your responsibilities. You get distracted easily, yet still stay focused on the task at hand. Possibly. There's some things right about this. Kind of.
Okay. It's very funny that you got that, because I got the other father.
Ah, dang, so you're the cooler version of me. Crap.
Yes. Being a happy, fun-loving person, you like listen and do what you're told, even if it is something bad. Oof. Nevertheless, you always repent and try and make up for it afterwards. That's not me at all.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. I'm not feeling this quiz, but crap, dude. Gosh darn it.
Happy, fun-loving. All right. I love me a fun time. I am a fun-loving person.
That is correct.
I am not happy. Often.
Oof.
I like listen and do what I told. No.
Yeah, no.
This is wrong. I don't like this one. This is a bad one.
Yeah, I don't know. I had fun going through it, but I don't know about this answer here. I think I'm just angry that I got Mr. Jones. Just the normal one. Pretty much anyone besides that, and I would have been fine.
What about like Mrs. Jones?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, okay. All right. So this was like your literal
worst
bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Jones out here. Gosh darn it. All right. Well, I guess we better actually review the movie now.
Yes.
Can't speak.
Agreed.
I got too much spider language in my head after this quiz. I don't know how to
Oh my
speak
god,
anymore.
I'm not. Ugh.
Would you like to talk the movie on your note?
Yeah. Your notes are much. What? What is this part? Are you in the document right now?
I am.
Okay, I'm gonna make a comment.
Oh yeah, you got to the physics.
Yes. What?
Oh, we'll get to that, Ryan. We'll get to that. Don't you worry.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So let's just go through this plot here. Since we have the plot set up, when we actually took notes this time, people, we're being very professional here. We've always been a really professional podcast, but now we're like super professional.
Yes.
We've hit a new high. All right. So boom. Enter the movie, and we have that super sick cutscene. What are your thoughts on that, Ryan?
It's gorgeous. It's something
It's
I
so
really
cool.
like. It's it's kind of a cliche in any movie that involves dolls, you know.
Mhm.
But this movie did it extremely well because like movies like 9 and I guess even Chucky open up the same way.
Do they?
You know, yeah, the second Child's Play opens up in a very similar way.
Mhm.
And 9, of course, when they're making the sock dolls or whatever they're called,
I've never
also
seen
opens
9.
up in the same way. 9 is one of my favorite movies as well. That might
watch
be
that
another
then.
pick.
Yeah. 40% Rotten Tomatoes. Oof.
It's one of my favorites. Either way. And
Oh,
there's a
this
lot
is-
of lore behind
Wait,
it.
does this have people in it though? Because I think there might be 2 movies. Like actual, live action stuff.
No.
Okay, yeah, this is the wrong one. But
Okay,
either
good.
way, the beginning
Yes.
scene is really cool. So he's making the
Agreed.
doll with those weird metal hands, and it's got that kind of creepy music in the back. It's pretty
Mhm.
cool. I
Very, very cool.
I enjoy watching that beginning scene a lot. And it's making a Coraline doll.
Yes.
Pretty creepy. So right after this, we get to the house. They're moving in. Mr. Bobinski's up there getting that morning exercise in.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, if Mr. Bobinski took that quiz, he'd probably be Mr. Bobinski. Thinking about it,
I don't know. To be honest, I think he would have gotten
No.
the other father.
Probably. But yeah, so we get there. Coraline gets a stick and starts just running around their really, really cool property. Like,
Yes, the
it's
dowsing
really
rod.
Dope. Yeah, she gets a dowsing rod. It's just a
Yes.
stick. She starts
Yes,
walking
it is
around.
a stick of poison oak.
A stick. Oh, she doesn't know that yet.
She doesn't, but we
No.
do.
She's looking for a well, which I don't know how she knows about, but there's a well somewhere. And she finds it, and then this kid with a bike comes up, and it's Wybie. He scares her,
Yes.
takes the rod, and, they have some banter back and forth. Kind of that normal, like, kid banter that you have going on.
Yeah.
hmm And then
There's a lot
she-
of
we
yeah,
meet
there's
the
a lot of
cat
good
as
character
well.
building there. Yes.
Yeah. So we get that kind of, the cat's pretty cool looking. Is there anything else to say on this scene? Nothing really big happens. They're just kind of establishing the art and like how cool this movie is and how cool everything
Yes.
looks, because it's just
Lots-
fun looking at this movie. It's real nice.
Lots of establishing shots of
Mm-hmm.
the way that it's laid out. Very, very pretty.
Yeah, and I would like to say before we get more into this, so I read the book, not the graphic novel, which I really do want to read the graphic novel of this, but I read the book by I don't know the dude's name. Neil, I think, is his first name, but there's a few differences. So when we're going through this, I'll point them out to you. But in general, I would say that the movie is superior to the book. But I also watched the movie a few times before I actually read the book. It's just that in the book, Neil Gaiman, I think it is, it's super straightforward on everything. Like, Coraline will come across something, and she'll just be like, "That was odd," and then Coraline walked away. And that's like
okay.
It's not quite as like charismatic as the characters are in this. There's not as much like just character and stuff going on.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
there's like each character in this is like really vibrant and there's a lot of stuff going on. It's just cool watching, and there's a lot of silent stuff that's really cool.
Yeah.
Not the same in the book. It doesn't really establish that as much. Still would recommend the read though. It's kind of fun going through it, and there's some different scenes. But there's no Wybie in the book. He doesn't exist.
Interesting.
Yeah. So Coraline
Is there
finds
like
the
a
well.
placeholder character?
No. So there's
Okay.
they don't add any other characters in the book.
how does she get the Coraline doll in the book?
There is no Coraline doll in the book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's there's a few interesting differences in there. So it's just kind of fun to see that when we're going through the movie. But yeah, so she meets Wybie. You know, she gets some poison oak on her hands. She gets back and she has banter with her parents now. We get to meet her parents and boy, they're not fun. They're pretty lame. Yeah.
They're very neglectful in the film.
Yeah, so I don't know when this movie is taking place, but you know, I think they're making a living off of like blogging, right?
Well, the mother has like a nice like MacBook looking laptop, and then the dad's running on like something prior to Windows 98. He's like on an Apple II computer, a Mac II.
The Mac II.
And which is very interesting. I don't understand why that was made, but I kind of like it, you know.
Oh, it's fun. It adds to the atmosphere. Everything in this movie kind of adds to it, and it's just the art is so cool. Like everything, like you when you're meeting the mom and the dad looks so down and kind of creepy looking, but it's really cool. So
it kind of gets across his character. Yeah,
so we get to learn though from this that Coraline is real bored. Pretty adventurous child, just going around doing stuff, you know, and eventually she gets upstairs to her dad and is like, yo, can I go outside and it's raining and I want to play hide and seek? But, you know, obviously he doesn't really let him because he just follows what the mom says. The mom's the leader of the house, you know, she kind of controls what's going on there. And so right after this, you know, he's like, okay, go look around for like blue stuff and windows and doors. Now in the book, she finds like a bazillion blue items and like a zillion doors and a zillion windows, like a ton of items. But in the movie, she only finds like a few blue things and everything is super boring and gray, and like the shower has crap in it. Not actual crap, but like, you know, dirt and stuff.
Well, there are bugs in the shower.
There are bugs in the shower. Yes.
Yes.
It's pretty grody. We get to learn that, you know, Coraline isn't real happy. She's got blue hair and like, you know, yellow boots and blue yellow rain jacket and stuff. She's pretty spazzy, and she has to go to this pretty much all gray atmosphere. She's pretty unhappy with where she's at.
Yes.
Yep.
Which we get from how her character comes across.
Anything else you want to add to that?
To this part, no.
No? Okay. So eventually she goes to bed. It's a pretty boring day. And then
we didn't mention that at this point when she returns, she does get the doll at this point, right?
Oh yeah, so Wybie sends the doll over. He just like leaves it at the front door and he's like, yo, hey, I found this doll of you that my grandma had. And kind of creepy. Coraline doesn't think it's that creepy. She still keeps it by her. I would not. I don't recommend that. If someone sends you a doll, I wouldn't do anything with it. Yeah. That's probably a doll.
No.
I wouldn't do crap.
I'd throw it in the furnace, to be honest. Like
I would not. If it's a voodoo doll, you just burned yourself alive, my dude.
I don't want it around me though.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'd like lock it up at the bottom of a chest. Yeah,
there you go. Bam, that's how you do it. So, pro tip from the KTPF podcast: voodoo doll, lock it in a chest. Don't burn it. That's a bad idea. Which is like at the Actually, we'll get to that. I'm not gonna spoil stuff while we're going through here. But you know, she goes to bed, and weird paper mice come out of the brick wall that they had found because while Coraline was exploring the house, she finds a little door, and with that is a little key that goes into it, but it's all bricked up. But at night, like these, can you explain it? Like it's paper mice that come out of it?
It's the jumping mice.
I know it's the jumping mice, but at first you get an animation where there's like 4 paper mice that come out of it, and then jumping mice.
Very pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Kind of weird to explain though, but there's a jumping mouse, and Coraline's like, oh snap, finally something cool. It's a jumping mouse. And so she follows it, and then she gets to the door, and it's like, whoa, it's all purple, and it's real pretty looking, and it looks like one of those things you go through at like an elementary school, like theme park ride thing, like a fun house almost.
Okay,
that's what it looks like to me.
House. I can get that.
Yeah. So the difference between the book though and this is that, and here it looks really cool. In the book, it's like the doorway to hell, and it's like there's voices and wind, and it's all dark. It's not fun at all. It's the exact opposite in the movie, which I thought was kind of funny. But she gets through.
In the book, it could just be how she feels in there is so much worse than, this fucking hellhole, this literal hellhole that she's crawling through.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah. But she gets through that doorway and then she gets to the other mother. But the other mother, she has buttons in her eyes, right? She's got buttons in her eyes.
Yes,
which
instead
I think
of where eyes would be on a normal human mother, she has buttons right there.
Yeah, which is really scary. That's so cool in a horror anything. There's buttons in your eyes. It's awesome.
Yes.
But yeah, she gets in there and she's got food made. That she found a boring blue boy painting in her old home, but this one there's a happy blue boy.
He is. Oh, he is so happy. He has a triple stack ice cream.
Uh-huh.
He is just chilling.
My boy's chilling over here. It's real cool.
Straight chilling.
Yeah. So he gets in there though. If I was Coraline at this point, I'd probably be booking it pretty hard out of there. If I found button eye people. But Coraline's not. I guess she doesn't really want to go back to her old home anyway. She's pretty much ready to try anything.
Yeah.
And her mom's like, yo, I got buttons in my eyes. What you gonna do about it? And then she gets sent upstairs to the dad, he's super Gucci dad. He's not just, I'm at my Mac 2 anymore. He's at his piano. He's got those Looney Tunes gloves on. He's playing the piano. And the song's pretty cool because it kind of foreshadows what's going to go on for the rest of the movie. He's like saying, we'll always have our eyes on Coraline. It'll never be boring. And, there's a lot of references to eyes and stuff because, they have buttons for eyes. I don't know if we mentioned that yet, but yeah, he has buttons in his eyes too. So that was a pretty cool scene. Kind of a fun song. Yeah, they get downstairs. They have a bop and breakfast or dinner. Yeah. It's pretty sick. There is there's a gravy train. Like an actual gravy train.
There is a literal gravy train.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't even like gravy, but that's pretty cool, Ryan.
I like gravy on a nice turkey.
Oh, so you would be real excited to have the gravy train.
If I also had turkey, I would be thrilled.
I'm pretty sure you'd have turkey in this place.
Yeah, but they have chicken. I don't know how I feel about gravy on chicken, to be honest. I mean,
yeah, I wouldn't know because I have gravy.
Chicken itself is succulent enough, whereas turkey, I'm not a fan of turkey, so I really need gravy to spice it up.
Fuck it up. Succulent. It was a not a fuh.
Okay.
Ryan.
Okay.
Chill out.
Oh, Jesus. You
All right,
scared
chill
me.
out, listeners. All right, geez, this is a family-friendly podcast.
Of course.
But yeah, she has that bopping meal, and she goes upstairs, and her toys talk to her. And that octopus, she has an octopus toy. That is a creepy toy. The first thing he says when she walks in is, "Yo, I want to hug your face." What?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Is that what you want your toys saying to you? Is that what you imagined as a kid? I don't believe
want
I did.
toys talking to me in the first place. I think that'd be too odd for me at this point.
Yeah, I wouldn't want
I've lived
mine
18 years not thinking that toys were sentient.
Yeah.
And then to learn that they want things.
Like to hug your face?
Yeah. I think that would be a little too much for me.
Yeah, maybe for me too. I will say her giraffe tank is really cool.
That thing's cool.
That's dope.
That thing's awesome.
And then her picture of her friends she also has in there, and the friends talk like Harry Potter style, talk through the photo kind of sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the way she greets them is it's weird. It's more spider language. My best Kronks, how's it? What? She doesn't say friends, how are you doing? It's weird.
How's
spider
it bulling
language.
back in Michigan, homies?
Hey, that's normal talk now.
Yeah.
That's how we greet each other.
Yeah, but no, I don't understand it. I'm not from Michigan, clearly.
I guess. Freaking Michigan.
But I really don't know if that is the reason I don't understand it.
Yeah. I don't know. Coraline's just a strange little girl. But then she falls asleep with the parents in the room, right?
Which is weird. Watching over her with the lights on. Right?
Yeah, that's a little odd. I don't know if I dig that.
I don't think I'd be able to sleep. Someone was just watching me sleep and the lights were on.
I can't sleep anyway. I always have a hard time sleeping. So having the lights on, my parents just watching me, that'd be a little creepy. But then she wakes up in her own home. And she tells her mother, like, yo, all this crazy stuff happened. Her mom doesn't believe her. She's too busy, working on her garden stuff. Like, they have a garden blog thing.
Yeah, the garden catalog.
The garden catalog. That's pretty lame.
Yeah. And
they don't like working in dirt. Also pretty lame.
Yeah.
The dad seems kind of funny, though, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, this part, he's like, hey, you got any more of that special mud they gave you in the other world? Like, that cleaned up your hand? Because, like, the other mother gave her some mud that helped her with her poison oak from the beginning. And then he was like, yo, because I would really like to use it right on my and then he gets cut off. That was kind of funny.
And then she's like, and Dad, you had cool pajamas and you had orange monkey slippers. And the dad's like, that's funny. My monkey slippers are blue. Yeah, which I thought was just hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so good.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But once again, it's fun to watch, man. Everything looks awesome.
It's a very fun watch.
I'd say, like, the main thing with this movie is the visuals are so good. Like, I don't even care as much about what they're saying because everything looks so awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, which would be understandable because they took a really long time to make everything in this.
Yeah.
Because they did a very good job with it. But, yeah, so then she says, hey, Coraline, the mother says, why don't you go down to Miss Spink and Miss Forcible who are below here because we're in, like, one big mansion house and you got people living above you and below you. And go say hi to them. And so she does, and Miss Spink and Miss Forcible were two actors, and they're pretty interesting.
Hold on.
Okay. I'm holding.
She walks outside to find the cheese.
Oh, this isn't Miss Spink and Miss Forcible yet. Yeah, this is Mr. Bobinski. What a great name. Yeah, there's some packages of cheese.
Yeah, she takes them up for Mr. Bobinski, and they meet. And he does some amazing acrobatics.
Oh, yeah. He's got a real beer belly going on, but he's got some great acrobatics going on. He gets almost impaled through the balls because, like, Coraline is holding a garden, like, knife cutter thing, and she, like, points it above her head, and he narrowly misses just getting absolutely impaled there. So, nice job, Mr. Bobinski.
Yes, he knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing.
They talk about the jumping mice, and then when she is on her way down to Spink and Forcible, he jumps down and tells her that the jumping mice say not to go through the little door.
Because he has the jumping mice circus. And he
does.
having a problem with them going toodle oodle because he wants the oompa oompa music, but they're going toodle oodle.
No, they only do oompa oompa.
No, I wrote this down. They go toodle oodle, but the music goes oompa oompa. All right, this is an important fact, right?
You're right.
All right, thanks, man. Hey, this is really important to me, all right?
Okay.
I'm going to need you to back off, Ryan. This is really important.
And then she does end up going down to Spink and Forcible's.
Yes. Does she do this in the same day?
Yes.
Okay. So
on her way down, she finds the packages.
Okay, yeah. So she goes down and she meets the old two actresses. They're very nice ladies. One has a very large bottom area. And
one has a very large top area.
Yes. If you combine them, they'd just be a large person. Yes. They are comically large, like absolutely gigantic. Not sure why they decided to include this in a children's movie. Yeah. Kind of interesting.
When we get to the dream like show
we'll
thing,
get to that.
Oh my god.
Yeah. When I watched it again, I was like, man, I don't remember this part.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
And it's been probably like a month or two since I've last seen it.
Yeah, it's almost uncomfortable watching that whole thing.
Yes.
It's whack.
Very.
But when we come in, something interesting is that hold up. Is that there are 4 card places at the table when they invite her in. Like they have a table set up and they have their dogs there and there's 4 places for cards. Why would there be 4 card places? There's only 2 of them. Are they playing with their dogs?
Ooh.
What's going on here?
I don't know.
Also, another interesting fact is the author confirms Spink and Forcible that the 2 are a couple. Kind of interesting. Doesn't really matter, but I thought I'd include it in here. No, it doesn't. But
no, it doesn't really add too much. But
she goes down and they're like, hey, let's read your fortune now.
Yes.
And you want to go?
They do
from
a
here?
tea leaf reading.
Yeah,
They do a tea leaf reading, and they what they do is they have her drink it, and then they look at the tea leaves at the bottom.
Yeah.
And
I have
Spink
notes
reads
on
it
this.
as you're in terrible danger.
Mhm.
And then Forcible reads it as, oh, no,
you got a
you're
tall,
not in terrible
handsome beast
danger.
in your future, which they're both
Yes.
kind of right. Because
Yes.
like, you know, I mean, the mom's kind of, I guess, she's tall and a beast. I mean, handsome would be for a woman, striking and imposing in good looks rather than conventionally pretty. I guess that's
Well, she's
kind of
definitely
right.
imposing.
She's real imposing and striking.
Yes.
Crap, I just spilled my tea. Hold up.
I'll take it from here.
Continue.
And there is a very peculiar hand, as Spink puts it, and then Forcible seems to think it's a giraffe.
Yeah. So we know
we
the
have
hand
those
is
two
the
things.
Beldam's. You know, it's
Yes.
representing that. Because she's got a
Yes.
dope hand, the Beldam does.
She do.
She do. She got that hand.
And on her way back up,
Oh,
it is foggy.
let's not
Oh,
go
okay.
there yet.
Oh, all
I
right,
have a few
all right,
more
yeah.
things to say. So,
Yes, go ahead.
they keep going, and Coraline's like, okay, so what should I do? And the one says, never wear green in the dressing room. Now, this is a theater thing. It's a theater superstition. And never wear green in the dressing room is because people can't distinguish actors from greenery. And so that would be a symbol of bad luck, green was, for theater. And we know these two were actresses. And then it was also a symbol of the devil in old miracle plays. And
Okay.
also the ending room where with the Beldam and Coraline, the ending room was also green. So the fire is
Okay.
green. So we kind of know that green ain't good. So, I mean, she's pretty much right. The other one says get a very tall step ladder as, you know, some advice. Not really sure why she'd need a tall step ladder except to get the snow globe from the parents at the end. You know, I mean, that might have helped. I don't know why you would carry a very tall step ladder with you. Not really a point in that, but what do I know? And then
Yeah.
they say be very careful. So, you know, obviously be careful. So they're right with that, you know. They ain't wrong. Giving Coraline some good advice here. And then she goes back upstairs, and I'll let Ryan take it from here.
Okay. And then when she exits Spink and Forcible's area of the Pink Palace,
Mhm.
it is very foggy. And we see Wybie looking for slugs.
He's looking for them banana slugs, dude.
Yeah.
What a
and
cool kid.
he mentions that he's never been inside the Pink Palace because his grandma will not let him.
Yes.
Because her sister went missing in the Pink
Mhm.
Palace.
That is correct.
Yeah,
and the sister is still kind of alive almost.
Well,
Yes, we could say. Her soul's getting sucked on currently.
yes, perpetually.
Yes, it's getting the big suck. Not the good
Yes.
one, though.
No. Oh, the big bad suck.
The bad suck. It's okay,
Yeah.
so she takes some pictures with Wybie of him, you know, doing banana
banana
slug
slug.
stuff. She
Yeah.
still doesn't have a great relationship with the cat, because in the beginning she threw a stone at it and bopped it on the head. That was pretty unfortunate for him. And then Wybie has a good relationship with it.
You won't believe what she calls the cat.
What does she call the cat?
A wusspuss. I know.
That's horrible. What a
Yeah.
mean thing to say. Coraline is a mean girl. Mean
Very.
lady alert. But yeah. I don't think there's anything else to mention right here besides that she goes back inside and she goes back to sleep. Real excited
Yeah.
to go to that other world again.
Yes.
Yep.
She is led down to the door once again by mice.
Those freaking cool jumping mice. And
Yes.
is it this time that she goes
She goes out to the garden?
Yes, she goes out to the garden
Yes.
this time. And the garden's pretty cool, Ren. She gets in there,
Yeah,
she
it
has
is
another
very cool.
really good breakfast because she left cheese out for the jumping mice in the other world this time. And so they pick up the cheese, they go back, they have some good breakfast and stuff. And they go out to this really cool garden. I'll let you kind of describe this really, really cool scene.
Well, actually, she goes out to the garden to tell the dream father or the other father that dinner breakfast food is done.
Oh, right.
And it is gorgeous. It is one of the
It's so
prettiest
cool.
parts
Uh-huh.
of the entire film.
Mhm.
It's so colorful. There's a lot of really vibrant things living inside of the garden.
Button frogs.
Button frogs,
Yep.
those like tickle plants, the snapdragons.
Again, why would she want this? Because the other world is kind of like the opposite of her world, and also what she wants to happen. And the other mother kind of folds it so that it's exactly what Coraline would ever want in her perfect paradise. Why would the perfect paradise have weird tickle plants? Huh?
I don't know. I don't
That's
understand
weird.
that.
I never liked
Everything
getting
else I
tickled.
understand. Oh, dude, I hated getting tickled.
Dude, no one likes getting tickled. Unless
That's
you're one
true,
of those
though.
weird tickle people.
Ooh, tickle fetish videos are
Yeah.
those are terrifying.
We'll not go there. I don't want to go there.
Okay. All right, yeah, let's not. Let's
No.
avoid that, like the
But she gets
plague.
attacked by the tickle plants. And her dad is riding like a robotic praying mantis.
Yeah.
And like picks up a flower and plays some jazz on that flower and then picks her up. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
That's cool, Dad. Nice job, Coraline.
That's cool, Dad.
Cool dad moment. Gucci dad moment. He's wearing that Gucci sweater when he's coming through.
Yeah.
He's rolling. And then they go back, and I think they have their meal now. Correct?
Yes.
I keep thinking
And then after the
they eat a
meal-
lot.
They do. They eat a few
That's 'cause-
times.
Coraline doesn't have any food back at her house. I think she just starves.
Yeah. She is like
Unfortunate for
properly
Coraline.
neglected.
Yeah.
And then the other mother lets her know that Mr. Babinski has invited her upstairs to see the jumping mice perform.
Oh, yeah. We're about to see something. Another really cool thing that just looks really cool.
Yeah. Do you want to take it from here on this one?
Sure. So Mute Wybie comes in because that's what Coraline would want. She still wants a friend, you know, because that's the one person, like the other kid in the area. But this time he just can't talk. So that's pretty cool. He just kind of smiles. So they go upstairs, like this really cool, like blue, what would it be? Like blimp kind of thing. Goes through a window and they follow it into the upstairs house.
Yeah.
And they go in, and it's pretty cool in there. They got a chicken, this robotic chicken that's pooping popcorn. They got cannons that shoot cotton candy at you. It's a bop in place. And then they then they go into a mini circus tent, and the jumping mice are there with Mr. Bobinski.
They are.
Mhm.
They J chilling
And
with Mr. Babinski.
I will say that the in this scene, the mice go toodle oodle and oompa oompa in
They do.
this world. So
That is
nice job, Mr.
factual.
Bobinski. They do both. Another interesting
Yes.
thing I forgot to bring up here is the mother says the father is hungry as a pumpkin. That's because the father is actually a pumpkin. He's legit just a pumpkin.
Yeah. Yes. Correct.
Yeah, just kind of interesting fact there. Dad's a pumpkin. And then we see the mice do their thing. They're going oompa oompa. They're going toodle oodle, woodle oodle on their little trumpet thingies. They like bounce around on these like star ball things. And
Well, the conductor does.
the conductor does. And it's just a cool scene of really artistic stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Another great example of just, you know, how the Coraline movie is just cool to watch.
Oh, it's beautiful. I could watch it with the sound off and still be completely enthralled,
Oh, yeah.
and still understand a lot of what's happening. That's what's really nice
Sure.
about it, because
Sure.
you can just watch it and understand what's going on.
Uh-huh. Okay, so another interesting fact I forgot to mention is, so the director of the Silic wanted to keep Coraline downstairs. The downstairs neighbor's British, so we chose Ashland, Oregon as a setting of this film. So this is all going on in Ashland, Oregon.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the main place here. And then
All
the
right.
town has a well-known Shakespeare festival that we'll get to. And the
Okay.
old British actresses, which are before this that we've met, Miss Spink and Forcible, would be there because, you know, there's a Shakespeare's festival and stuff.
Okay. That makes a lot
Yep.
of sense.
Yeah, so I just thought I'd throw that in there. But Mr. Bobinski is
course.
Russian, so I don't know why he's there. He's just an odd fellow.
Nah. He's just there to hang.
Oh, man, what a great name.
Babinski J chillin'.
He Jay chilling. He's having a fun time. He just goes on the top of the house and bounces around, does Bobinski Russian stuff, works on his mice. You know how it goes, man.
Yes.
When you work on your mice.
I work with my mice perpetually.
All the time. Yeah, so we get done with
okay.
that scene. You want to
Yeah.
take it from here?
Okay, and then is this when she's invited into dinner and
Oh,
is
Whitey's
offered the
sad.
eyes?
Oh no, that it's not yet because we have to get past the actors in this world, which that'll be a fun
You're
thing
correct.
to talk about.
Okay,
So, I don't
then
thi-
she goes to sleep at this point.
Yeah, I think she just goes to sleep again. I don't think that much
Yeah,
happens.
because she wakes up in the morning and her father is pitching the garden catalog to the newspaper. I don't know.
I guess. I don't know. They're trying to sell the garden catalog. The mom's like, yeah, my section's going to be great. You freaking suck, father
Yeah.
of my daughter.
Yes.
It's not nice. The mother freaking sucks.
My husband. Yes.
Yeah. Husband, your section sucks. I'm better.
Yeah. And Coraline is getting school clothes.
Yep. And something interesting in this as well is you have some Shakespeare people outside the door or the store, which is why it's the National Organ again, because of that Shakespearean festival. You also have people playing inside that are like talking about oh geez, what's the line? They say like my horse for like a man or something like that. That's from the Shakespeare play Richard III. Just a kind of interesting thing there, but yeah, actually during the Trapeze Act with the actors in the basement in the other world,
hold on,
they're quoting Hamlet.
Hold on, we're not there
There's a
yet,
difference
Jake.
there. All I'm trying to say is there's a difference, Ryan. Please.
Okay, all right, fine, all right. And then she's shopping for school clothes, and all the clothes are gray. And she's like, everyone's
Pretty
gonna be
lame.
wearing gray. If I have these nice, colorful yellow and orange gloves, I'll stand out.
Yeah,
But there's some
which
cool
is
gloves.
kind of they're cool gloves. I only wear gray and like black, so Coraline, you need to chill. I really like gray.
Right now, I am wearing a pastel pink shirt and black jeans and white socks.
I'm wearing gray shoes with gray socks, with gray shorts, with a gray shirt and a black hat.
Phew.
Yeah.
So you're not lying. You're not messing around. Okay.
No, Coraline and I would not be friends.
Coraline and I would be pretty tight, I think.
I don't think we would. You guys probably would.
Yeah.
She
All right.
tries to
So
get
her
the
mother doesn't
gloves.
allow her to get the gloves.
Mm-mm.
And she's upset about it.
Yeah, gloves are more expensive. The colorful ones.
Yeah.
By like $1.
She got gray gloves. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you make that much off of like garden catalogs and blogging.
I guess not.
Yeah, but they get done with that. Coraline's pretty ticked off at this point. You know, her mom's like trying to encourage her that like, hey, school's gonna be really fun here, and she's like, we don't do anything. The house sucks. I don't do anything. You
The
don't
most fun
buy
I've
me
had
anything.
here is in the dream world.
Yeah,
That's a line she says.
Is that the line she says now?
Yes.
Yeah. So boy, they get home, and then I don't think anything exciting happens. They just go back into the dream world, correct? When Coraline goes to bed.
She gets back to the dream world and is instantly invited down to Spink and Forcible's dream play.
Boy, this is a time. So
Yes.
before we get into the movie scene, in the book, what happens here is that she's let in, and it's kind of weird. She like gets in, she sits by a dog, and she was given chocolate beforehand, and the dog wants her chocolate, and Coraline isn't that into the chocolate, so she gives it to the dog, and the play goes on for like eternity, and it just keeps repeating, and then she walks out.
That's
Kinda
the
whack.
That's the whole scene
Yeah,
of the
I mean,
book?
she kind of volunteers herself at one point as like part of the play, and then it just kind of repeats, and she gives all her dog to the chocolate at the end.
all her dog
Hey.
to the chocolate.
All her chocolate to the dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in the movie, it is a very vibrant and cool scene.
It is really
she
cool.
She goes down there with Mute Wybie, and the play opens on Spink doing a song where she is a siren.
Yes. Also, I'd like to mention the entire audience is dogs. That's
Yes,
pretty cool.
besides her
I would
and
like
Wybie.
to be in that audience. Yes.
Yes, hang out with dogs and watch plays.
Yeah, that's pretty
Um,
cool.
So, of course, sirens take sailors from the sea by attracting them with the illusion of a beautiful woman,
Yeah.
which is something that they desire, which is
Yep.
really similar to how the beldam gets Coraline in her web.
Correct.
Yeah.
Something interesting in this, I guess the only way Spink could attract the men would be through a very, very large bottom side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's her best plan here. But then, bam, we have Spink, or Forcible, right? That goes in. But she's very top heavy. And she's literally like wearing like, she's not even wearing a bikini.
No, she just has clamshells like cupped over her nipples.
And like, yeah, you know, woo-ha. But that's like it. And then she sings her song. And then like the two kind of go at each other and like try to like bust into each other's plays. Like while this is going on, bust into each other's scenes until like the whole thing just kind of falls apart.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then they shed the older woman facades and become beautiful young ladies.
They do. So kind of what's going on in this scene is, again, since the other world is just what Coraline kind of, you know, wishes would happen. She's kind of wishing, you know, that Spink and Forcible would see she gets seen for as ridiculous as they are. And the scene is totally ridiculous. You know, they're wearing like really like scandalous clothing, I guess would be the best way to put it.
Yeah.
And they look absolutely ridiculous, and they're just kind of fighting over each other. And finally, Coraline gets to see how like stupid they look. But then she also gets to see once they come out of their costumes, of their like kind of gross themselves as like the young selves they used to be, and when they're actually cool and not annoying old people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so then we get a scene with the trapeze act where they're like trapezing with each other, and they quote from Shakespeare's Hamlet. Just, you know, another thing because they're in Ashland Shakespeare Fest. I think that's like the third time I said it, but hey, it's Shakespeare, guys, and I read Hamlet. I don't know why they'd quote that. That book sucks. It's not a good book, Ryan.
I read Macbeth instead of Hamlet.
You did? Yeah, you're not missing anything out. You know, you've heard how like Hamlet is like the greatest book of all time and stuff.
No, but go on.
Yeah. Well, I've heard that, you know, it's one of the greatest plays of all time, not book, I guess, but like it's one of the big ones, right? It's not that good. I can give you guys the lowdown of how it goes. Like,
not worth it. Not worth it.
I can do it in like 10 seconds. This boy's father dies. He was actually poisoned by his uncle. His uncle marries his wife. Hamlet's real angered. His, lover kills herself, and then he tries to kill a father, but it's the wrong dude. And then the wrong guy's killed son tries to kill him, and they all die at the end. Everyone dies. That's it. That's the book.
Okay.
So now you know, guys. Fun fact there. It's a great book. Really a
Thank
piece
you
of
for the
literary
summary.
work. You're welcome. Yeah, so Coraline gets in the scene with the trapeze actors. And, I mean, you know, it's pretty cool. You get to see them trapezing around. And they pick up Coraline. She's hanging from the rafters and she falls. But she's picked up by the two people at the bottom, Spink and Forcible, in their younger state. And, you know, she gets to be the star of the show. Also pretty cool. Fun thing here, Wybie throws a rose to her. So I think Coraline has a little thing for Wybie.
Oh, I think so too.
Yeah, you know, Coraline definitely wants a something from Wybie once she gets back.
But maybe anyway, some love or attention. I don't know, Jake.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure we're on the same page.
No, we're not getting to that. She's like 12 years old, my dude.
Exactly. I was making sure that you weren't.
No.
I was making sure you weren't putting everyone's mind in the fucking gutter.
I guess I was, but they get back up. Wybie is a sad boy, Ryan. He's real sad.
Yeah, he walks up to the door and he's a sad boy.
Mm-hmm. Because the version that Coraline would want of Wybie would be one that listens to her and is very caring of her. And he knows what's going to happen because she walks in and the beldam, or the other mother, offers her buttons in her eyes.
Yes.
Yo, let me sew these sick buttons in your eyes.
And this is the first instance of a motif that I noticed where she taps her fingernails on the table or whatever surface is in front of her.
Yeah, that happens.
She does it.
Movie.
Yeah. And then she does it once as the beldam.
Yeah.
When she's in her true form.
Yeah, she does that.
So after being offered the eyes, she feigns being sleepy, goes upstairs to sleep, thinks she slept through the night and is back in her home, but she wakes up and she is back in the realm of the beldam.
Is she?
Or she's still in there. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So she is, and she goes back downstairs. Does anything happen besides like they aren't there and she like goes outside and like tries to run away?
She goes outside and meets the cat.
Yes. So she goes outside and meets the cat from here. So
yes,
we meet this cool cat, and in this world, in the other world, the cat, she threw a rock at it and she calls it a wuss puss. Very mean. But the cat can talk here, and he's like, "Yo, you're a freaking jerk." And he's like, "Hey, I'm sorry. You're my only friend here. I don't know what's going on." And in this world, the cat can like go through like trees and stuff and like teleport, and he's pretty cool. He's got like superpowers in this world.
As we learn at the end, he can do that in the real world too, apparently.
Yes. Well, we'll get to that.
Okay.
Yeah. But so we have that, and she tries to like basically just walk away from the house and like never come back because she doesn't want buttons in her eyes, and she's scared and all that stuff. But we learn that there is no other world, and that the other like world is only a fabrication of what Coraline would want to see. And so she loops around the entire other world and just comes back to the house. So she knows, okay, so you can't escape. It's not actually a world. So she goes back in and she kind of races for the door to get back to her world. Right?
She grabs the cane and breaks open the handle to the door to the living room. And when she tries to leave, the beldam is there. But she's still
not as the other mother still. But
she is still as the other mother. And then this is where she changes. Yes.
Yeah. So she's like, "Hey, just let me sew buttons into your eyes." And she's like, "Hey, you're not my mom. My other mom's cooler, and you suck." And she's like, "That's not cool. Dad. You're not my real mom." But
you're just my stepdad, Jerry. God.
Jerry, get out of my room. God. She pulls that.
Yeah.
And so then the beldam comes out. What a sick name. And she's a sick horror movie villain. She like gets real tall. She gets super skinny, and she gets all pale. And she then drags Coraline and throws her through a mirror into this kind of small room looking thing.
Yes, with one bed in the corner, and I believe that is all the furniture.
Yes. In the book, the room is way smaller, and Coraline can barely fit in there. In this, there's quite a bit more room.
Okay.
Yeah. Very important fact that I thought I would mention.
Very important fact, Jake. You're going to have to edit out some of my knee pops of this.
I haven't heard any of your knee pops.
I can see them showing up in Audacity.
Okay. Well, I'll go through and edit your knee pops.
Thank you.
Yes.
Because I got cracky bones.
Cracky bones.
I literally got up, brushed my teeth, and then now we're recording. So.
Oh, you real cracky.
Yeah, I'm super cracky. Actually, I'm going to crack my back. But at this point...
Better not.
Oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
No. Oh, please. Oh.
I don't know if
I heard
that
it. It was
up.
So loud.
That was good.
Horrible.
That was good. Oh.
Okay.
Leave
Back
those ones
Coraline.
in. Leave those ones in. Oh.
We will. I didn't actually hear it.
Okay,
Your
good.
mic's probably not picking up. But, so we're in the room. And Coraline meets the other girls that the beldam sucked the soul out of. One is the grandma's sister that we learned about. That is Wybe's grandmother. Her sister's stuck in there. There's a boy from like the 1800s or 1600s or something like that. And there's a farm girl as well.
Yes.
Or country girl.
I love me a country girl.
Love me a country girl. Yeah.
She gotta wear them cowboy boots and ride horses.
Mm-hmm. We learned that the other mother's actual name is the beldam. And they're like, "Yo, the beldam sucked our souls. We don't have eyes anymore because we didn't like our families. So the beldam brought us here. And now we have buttons in our eyes, but we're not even alive because like our souls are being sucked." Once again, it's not the good suck. It's the bad suck.
Very bad suck.
The very soul-suckingly bad suck.
Yeah.
So they're like, "You got to get out of here. And if you get out, maybe you can get our eyes." And she's like, "Okay, fine." And then something drags her out of the mirror, and it has a chicken hat on. I guess that's the only thing they had available.
Yeah. But it is Mute Wybe.
It's Mute Wybe. And this is pretty metal right here, but he's hiding his face from Coraline, and she sees that, like, his
lips are stitched up in a smile.
Yeah, that's pretty freaking
Because he
metal
pulled
for
a
a kids
long
movie.
face.
Yeah, he pulled the long face, so she stitched a smile into his face. Gosh dang! That's freaking brutal. But she did that. She rips his stitches out, and they run away towards the living room, back to the door, and she's like, yo, come with me, mute Wybie. But his hand is like sand, and it's fading away, because it's not what the Beldam wants. So she has to go alone. She gets out.
Yes, she gets out, and she realizes that the groceries are there. Mm-hmm. So she's like, "Oh, my parents must be home. Very nice." Mm-hmm. And she can't find them, so she walks outside, and Wybie is there ask her for the doll back.
Yep. And she explains the whole truth to him. Yeah. Yeah, and during this part, so she's like, yo, the Beldam, she freaking sucks, and like, you know, Wybie the whole time is mistaking it and doesn't really know what's going on because he doesn't know there's another world with jumping mice and buttons for eyes. So by the end, he's like, he still doesn't have the doll, and tries to run away, and he's like, you're freaking crazy, woman, get away from me. And she chases him down and throws boots at him, not helping the fact that he thinks she's totally crazy, and he runs out of the house. At this point, the car is home, so she checks the car. The dad or the mom is not there. She picks up the cell phone. No one's picking up. We got some problems this time. The parents aren't there, Ryan. They've been abducted. Yes. Somehow she got the parents because, you know, I don't know how she did it. I guess they crawled through the door or something. I have no idea how the Beldam got the parents.
Me either, to be honest. Because they would have to crawl through the door as well.
Yeah. Did they also follow the jumping mice?
I don't know.
Mr. Jones, there's freaking jumping mice. Let's go follow them.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess. I can't really imagine them doing that.
Coraline's dad. It's me, Coraline's mom. Let's follow these jumping mice.
Yeah, you think they went into the other world and they had like other Coraline, and other Coraline just sat there and didn't say anything and didn't eat and didn't do anything, and that was their perfect Coraline?
Yeah.
It's like, this is perfect. We're going to stay here. And then they get sucked into a mirror.
Yeah, I don't know. Because they don't have buttons for eyes. So they didn't decide to
They
stay
get
there.
sucked into a snow globe. She sticks them in a snow globe. Why, you may ask? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It's important to Coraline.
Yeah. So she finds the doll, which now the front half is her mother and the back half is her father. And she burns
sticks it in the fire. Once again, I wrote down in my notes here, don't stick it in the fire. It's probably a voodoo doll. Don't do that. You know? Like, if there's an evil entity that's making dolls of you and stuff, like, you know, it's probably a voodoo doll. So you probably just killed your mom and dad, you know? So don't do that. Once again.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, just, gah!
There's a little door in my room, but I don't see any jumping mice, so we're good.
Okay, sick.
All right. There genuinely is. There's just 3 guitars back there in the hole in my wall.
I'd like to see
the little
some
door.
jumping mice.
I wouldn't. I'd rather keep vermin out of my fucking house.
Yeah, I don't want them in my house, but I'd like to see some jumping mice.
Okay, all right. So she ventures back in, and it's a spider web covered hole.
That it is.
Yeah. Instead of the glowing blue and purple, vibrant, gorgeous.
A little bit more like the book, but there's not the screaming voices of hell that you hear when you go through the door this time. Probably couldn't include that in a Disney movie. Actually,
it's not Disney. No,
it's not Disney. I don't know. Disney-esque movie.
I don't even say it's Disney-esque. Disney could never do something this
heck off,
cool.
Ryan.
Okay,
jeez,
all right,
it's a kid's movie. That's what it is. But she goes through, and the other mother is cooking her breakfast, if I recall correctly.
Yep, flipping bacon.
Flipping them bacon. And at this point, she learned that, you know, the little people said, hey, you know, she likes herself a game, so why don't you go and like have her try to do a game and see if you can win. The cat tells her that. So she goes and she's like, hey, I want to play a game. And Beldam's like, oh, snap.
Oh, snap. Game time.
Oh, guys, it's game time. She loves
rise
gaming
up.
time.
Beldam 1v1 me in Counter-Strike. Let's play.
Yeah, she's a big gamer. If it was nowadays and not in like 2000 or whatever, it'd 100% be like a Fortnite match they'd probably be doing.
Hell yeah.
Beldam is a big gamer. 100% gamer style. But they get in there, and the Beldam agrees that she'll play the game, and that's it. And she gives her 3 clues. She says, "In 3 wonders I made for you, that's where, you know, the souls are."
Oh, we forgot. She goes down to Spink Enforceable and gets the looking glass.
Oh, yes, we did forget this scene, which is pretty great. I don't know why we forgot it, because it's really funny. She goes down to Spink Enforceable, and while they're in there, you know, they're like, "How you doing, Coraline?" And she's knitting a angel vest for her dog that's about to die.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, once again, kind of interesting. They're interesting people. It's an interesting movie. It's kind of weird. Also, this is right next to their stack of like 20 dogs they have lined up on the walls that are also all dead and stuffed. Pretty cool. Cool stuff.
They're
you want to carry on with the rest
dogs.
of the scene?
Yeah. So they get her a bowl of candy from 1929?
21.
21. And
21.
They chop it up with chopsticks and blow it out, and they have crafted a looking glass.
Yeah, out of old taffy.
Yeah.
How they knew to do this,
I don't know.
how they knew to do anything, I don't know. They just kind of did.
And Spink says it's good for finding bad things, and Forcible says it's good for finding lost things.
Both correct, once again. You know, I think this is just a bigger statement on both boobs and butt are good.
Yeah?
Yep, they're just both good. I think they're trying to make an overall statement on that.
That's the real theme of the story? It doesn't have anything
That's
to do
the
with
real
Coraline?
theme of the story with Miss Spink and Forcible. Is like, hey guys, you don't need to argue about it. They're both good. All right? Just settle down. I think they're making a really good statement on that. That's probably the main theme of the movie, I'd say.
Yeah?
Yep, main
That's
theme
what you're
right
taking?
there.
Okay.
Yep. That's so we're done with that. And she carries her little doodad, little looking triangle taffy thing, back to the place. We're back. She's playing hide and seek. When she looks through the little glass thingy, everything is gray. Which is kind of interesting because it's showing the world for what it truly is, the other world. It's all gray, just like the original world, kind of how it's also all gray. Just kind of bad, and it sucks. Yep. But what shows up as red is good because it's actually colorful, and that's where she uses a little looking glass to go to the wonders. So like the first one is the garden with the dad.
Yes, that's where she starts.
Yep. Why don't you carry out the rest of this kind of pretty cool, creepy scene right here?
Okay, so she walks in, and not yet has she realized that the looking glass does that, but she is attacked by the snapdragons that hold her down. And then as she's stomping them out, she gets grabbed by some blue snare plants, I guess.
Super tickle plants.
Yeah, the bad tickle plants, and they try and drag her into a well. And she grabs her garden shears and cuts them up.
Yep. Gives them
and
a
releases herself. And the looking glass falls out of her bag when she is pulled, and some birds try and run away with it. Run away with them.
They do. Mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes.
Like
big, weird mosquitoes. I think they were the hummingbirds that we saw earlier.
Hummingbirds?
Yeah, they were the hummingbirds that went to the heart plants and opened them up. Anyway, she throws her hat at them, and they drop it, and she's like, they really wanted this for some reason. I wonder why. She puts it up to her eye. Everything's gray except for one thing that is glowing red. A circle that is glowing red.
What would that be, Ryan?
It's gotta be one of the eyes of the children.
Dang, why would the Beldam keep eyes of the children just randomly around on that stuff? I don't know.
I think they power them because you see them turn gray and break.
Right. Oh, yeah, that would make sense. Huh.
Yeah.
How do you know?
Anyways, and
they're sucking on the souls to get their, get that juice. Okay.
Yes. And so she moves towards it, but it's the pumpkin boy on the giant mantis.
Mr. Pumpkin on his mantis. So the dad, which is basically a pumpkin at this point because, I don't know, man. He's just a pumpkin, all right? Accept the fact. But he's on his praying mantis and he's going after her. And this scene really scared me as a kid when I watched this. Just like the rest of this movie. This entire movie as a kid absolutely terrified me. Because I saw it with my babysitter, like me and my sister did. And it was just, I couldn't sleep for like a week. It was absolutely horrifying to me. Scary kids movie for sure. But especially this scene as well. Like I remember that, like this scared the crap out of me when I saw it.
Okay. I can dig that. But yeah, so she's getting chased and the mantis is trying to kill her and she runs onto the bridge and the dad starts falling through the bridge, but the last thing he does is give her the eye and say, I'm sorry. Because
the best version of the dad that Coraline would want would be one that cares for her and listens to her and all that. So it's like, hey, the mom's making me do it, but I want to give this to you. Now I'd like to cut to the book's version of this, which is way creepier.
Okay.
So in the book, the dad is in the basement. He's just kind of this lump of flesh and kind of a carcass of himself, just in this dark, musty basement. And he's like, hey, I can't really control myself, and the soul's not down here. It tried to trick you, so you need to get out of here before, like, I can't control myself. So then he, like, lunges and flails at Coraline. They kind of chase each other around this basement, and she runs up the stairs as he tries to, like, kill her, basically, and he has to slam the door on him and just keep him locked down there. But the pictures that go along with this, if y'all want to look up at home, like, the like, basement scene, I guess, in Coraline for the graphic novel, it's pretty creepy. It's way creepier, but I don't think they would be able to fit this in Coraline. So it would be a lot scarier, like just a basement with a skin carcass trying to kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a little
probably
much.
Wouldn't go through. Yeah. But yeah, that's not what happens here. So she gets her little soul thing, and then she makes her way over to the actors.
Yes. Since that is one of the wonders that she...
that is one of the wonders. It was a wonder for sure.
Yeah.
You know, take it from here, Ryan.
Okay, so when she gets down there, she is shining a flashlight that was left on the ground for her. And she realizes that there are dog bats on the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Like the bats of hell. Because in the real world, she sews angel wings for them. And they have wings like bats in the realm of the Beldam. And she shines the light around, and the dogs don't like that, so she turns it off.
They don't like light.
She wanders towards the stage, and when she gets there, she looks through the looking glass, and she sees a blue glowing ball inside of a giant orb on stage.
Giant candy kind of looking thing.
Yeah, like a giant taffy wrapper. Mm-hmm. She walks towards it. She reaches her hand inside to grab the orb, and she pulls it out, and it's two intertwined hands.
Correct. Pro tip, guys. When she does peel it apart, and I'll let you continue after this, but don't, like, if a hand, like two hands are over an object and you're in a movie, don't reach for the item that's inside the hand because it's going to grab you.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, I wouldn't think that that's that hard.
No, I don't understand it. I don't think it, like, it's not rocket science. Like,
it's not rocket science, Coraline. Gosh, stupid kid. Stupid freaking kid.
Stupid freaking kid. So, all right. And then once she gets grabbed by her hand, she tries to escape, but their arms are like taffy and just keep going with her. So she shines the light at the bats and then throws the flashlight at them so they come attack. And right as they're about to hit her, she ducks. And they hit.
The dog bats come.
The dog bats, they come.
They come. They started coming and they attack the taffy lady. Now this might seem a little confusing on why there's dog bats and stuff. And I know Ryan kind of went over that. You know, it's because they're angel wings in the original world that she sewed on the dogs. But what this is, all these wonders and stuff, is just the opposite side of like her worst nightmares as a child of what her actual parents are instead of her, you know, best dreams of them. So, you know, the taffy is with they basically are Taffy, the actresses, because the Taffy freaking sucks. That'd give me nightmares too. Over in the original world. Well, yeah, but their Taffy sucks, dude. It got stuck.
Oh,
to the
yeah.
The Taffy freaking sucks. So it's just the bad parts of them. You know, the dogs, like, they all have wings because you don't want your dog to die. So I guess they're just hell dogs at this point.
Yeah.
Her dad is basically a slave to the mom in the original world. Like, she's kind of like, hey, just follow your mom. And here, there's a little piece of him left, but it's still kind of like, hey, your mom's wanting me to do this, so I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. But that's just kind of what's going on. So do not be confused. Or if you are, just go watch the movie. Not my problem.
Watch it until you're not confused.
Yeah.
Come out enlightened.
Idiot. Continue.
So she gets the orb once the dogs attack, and she runs out, and then she goes up to Bobinsky's place.
Bobinsky.
Do you want to take this one?
I will take this one.
Okay.
Mr. Bobinsky. It's kind of dark in there, and Mr. Bobinsky isn't really alive. He's just kind of this slinking little clothes thingy. And outside the window, again, kind of funny for a kids movie, but just all of YB's clothing is hanging like a flag. And I think actually it says like the carcass of his skin, right? Because it also has his hair in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're just hanging this dead kid's body as a flag off his house. Pretty metal.
Very metal.
She goes in, and Mr. Bobinsky is slinking around like in all clothing, and like you can't really see him.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a ghost snake thing that he is. And he's like, hey, just stay here and stuff. It's pretty cool over here. We give you what you want. And she's like, you're not real. You're just a fabrication of the real Mr. Bobinsky. He's like, not even that anymore. And she takes off his hat, and there's a freaking rat. It's not even a jumping mouse. And they all swarm out, and the little like bouncing ball that the original like circus jumping mouse was going on, he runs away with it, and she chases them down. They go through the cotton candy cannons again, and she gets hit a bunch, and then she goes through, but she trips on some popcorn or mice ball or something, and she slams against the outside railing of the house, and she collapses an entire rail and falls down.
She is tripped by two of the mice, actually.
Yeah, she's tripped by two of the mice. Okay. And she collapses the entire railing on the ground, which is unfortunate because she gets knocked out for a little bit. But I would also like to say, this is confirmed then that Coraline is extra thick, because that is the only way that the railing would have fallen down. So I just wanted to put that in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So after this, she's lost the wonder. But
she's lost one of the kids' souls.
Yes.
Gotta collect them all.
And she's gonna lose. She looks at the moon, and it is almost full.
It's almost, and what we mean by almost full is it's almost become a button.
Yes.
That's their little timer system. She has to find all these souls before the moon becomes a button.
Yeah.
So continue.
Okay. So, and then once she's on the ground, she hears a yelping of a mice. And she looks over, and the cat has killed the mice. Mm-hmm. And he repeats a line he had said earlier. I don't like rats at the best of times. Yep. And is like, but I think you needed this one. And rolls her the eye. So now she has all three of the souls.
Bam! Got all her pokey souls. I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta catch them all.
Got to catch them all, and she did. So she runs back to the house and carries the cat with her because now the entire place is falling apart.
Yes.
And she's like, oh man, cat, come with me. And they go back inside, and the beldam is there, not looking too good. Her kind of face is falling apart, and she's pale, and her button eyes look really scary, and she's a scary looking woman.
Oh, she is.
Real scary. She goes in, and the beldam is like, the little soul children say, hey, I mean, even if you win this game, she's not going to let you win, so you got to find a way to get out of this.
Be clever, miss.
Be clever, miss. Go, girl. Yeah. You gotta get out of the area because the beldam won't play mice, girl. That's what the little country girl says to her.
Yes.
Exact thing that she said. I quoted it. Perfect. I memorized it. Absolutely perfect. So we get there, and Coraline's right. All right, well, I still need to find my parents, and your parents are behind the locked door that leads me out of this house. And she's like, all right, I'll go check it. And so while she's unlocking the door that'll lead back to the original world, Coraline grabs the snow globe, because Coraline knows that the people are trapped in this, or parents are trapped in the snow globe, because when in the other world, she looks through a mirror and sees that her parents are stuck in some sort of snowy place, and they're writing on glass saying, help us. So she's like, all right, they got to be in the snow globe.
No,
I probably wouldn't have been able to figure that out.
The cat points to the snow globe, Jake.
Does he?
Yeah, the
caught
cat
that.
goes there, and then she sees them wipe away the snow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he points to the mirror, right? Not the snow globe.
No, he points to the snow globe.
They're
sitting in the living room.
Shows you what I see
as she's
when
about to
I watch
open
this
the
movie
door.
like 7 times.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. But
Okay.
go
so
on.
that happens though, and so she gets the snow globe, and while the Beldam open the door, she throws the cat at her. Not a cool move. She's really not being very nice to the cat.
Move.
Yeah, not cool, Coraline. So the cat rips off the Beldam's eyes, and she's like, "You freaking kid!" And that's what I would probably say if a kid ripped out my eyes too. So understandable.
Yeah.
And so the whole world turns into a spider web. So you know how we said the quiz was spider language? It actually probably was, because the Beldam is a spider. She's a spider woman thing.
Yes.
Or maybe Coraline's just scared of spiders. I don't know.
Maybe.
That might be a possible
Who isn't?
thing.
Who isn't? Fucking hate spiders.
I'm not that scared of spiders.
Terrified of spiders. I hate them.
I'm terrified of bees. I hate spiders. I don't hate spiders that much.
I hate spiders.
I
don't like
bees.
insects.
I'm not a big fan of the insect. I'm not an insect boy.
Not me either.
Insects just
I'm not
aren't
a
cool.
bug lad.
Nah, I ain't one of those bug lads.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah.
Have you seen that Reddit forum, We Eat Bees?
No.
Yeah, it's just a forum about them eating bees.
Okay. All right. We should probably try and hurry up this last part.
Nah,
we're about
we're
at an
fine.
hour and a half mark.
Yeah, we can go to 2 hours. We're fine. Y'all can wait.
All right. Let's get trucking.
I'll continue with this though. So, they're in a spider web in the world now. The Beldam is a spider. Coraline crawls and escapes the Beldam barely. She closes the door on the Beldam with the help of the Soul Children's hands.
She cuts off the hand of the Beldam.
She does. This is important. She cuts it off, and she runs away down this weird dark hallway again, while the door kind of bangs and gets closer to her, and like is kind of all spoopy and stuff. So then she closes the door and she locks it. She's like, "Whew, we're done, finally." And then I think from there she goes to sleep, right?
Yeah, she meets her parents.
Mm-hmm.
She sees her parents. Wait, no. Yes.
No, she.
Yeah.
No,
yes, she does.
Yeah, she does see her parents. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Continue from here.
Okay, and then she lets the cat into her room after her mother gives her the gloves that she wanted.
Yep.
She lets the cat into the room, and the cat she's like, it's time to set the kids free. So she puts them under her pillow, which I don't understand how she knew how to do that. Like,
I don't either.
That wouldn't
it's a
be
kids
my
movie.
assumption.
I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Kind of weird, though. I would agree.
Yeah. So she goes to sleep with the balls under the pillow, and they tell her.
Sorry, continue.
And they tell her that her job isn't done yet. That the Beldam still wants the key.
Yes.
So her and the cat make a plan. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they make a plan.
And she goes to drop the key in the well.
Uh-huh.
And when she's on her way to the well, we see that the hand is following her. And
yes.
Yeah.
Continue.
And it's more gorgeous shots being repeated, which I love, bringing us back to the same areas that we were in the very beginning.
Call that a book ending.
Yeah, there's a perfect one right at the end when it shows the Pink Palace sign. And she gets to the well, she opens it, and she's about to drop it down when the hand claw thing jumps and grabs. Yeah.
Oh no! No way.
Yeah, but then Wybie comes to the rescue.
Hot dog, he does.
Yeah. He comes to the rescue, and he almost falls in the well.
He does almost fall in the well. He's real close. He would have fallen in the well. There's no way he could just like hang like that and not pull himself up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, on flat ground, he's holding on to that for that long.
Yeah, I doubt that.
Big doubt.
Big doubt. Anyway.
Yeah, so Coraline gets the hand away from him, and then she's getting attacked by it when Wybie drops a huge rock onto the hand and breaks it.
drops a huge rock onto it, and it just absolutely crushes that hand.
And it keeps moving, though. So she wraps it in the bag.
Does it?
Yeah. Yeah, she wraps it in a bag. Wait. Oh, no, she wraps it in the bag, and then he crushes it. And then she wraps it in the bag again, ties it closed with the key.
Well, she crushes it with the rock, puts both of those in the bag, ties it with the key.
Yes. Yeah. And then drops it down the well.
Okay. Ryan, I've prepared something.
Okay.
So, thanks to Mr. Marmar, my physics teacher from high school, we're going to calculate really how this went, because we know the well is really deep. Because that's why Coraline searched it. They heard it was like super deep. So, the rock in the hand and the key fall for about 5.99 seconds. So that's 6 seconds. Using distance equals initial velocity times time plus half of acceleration times time squared, we know that the distance is about 30 meters they fall. That's a pretty big drop.
Yeah.
And the final velocity would also then be 58.8 meters per second when they hit that water. So you're basically hitting a concrete wall at 60 miles an hour. If anyone was wondering, like, oh man, the hand of the monster lady is like, it's still there, it's not actually dead. It's probably dead.
Yeah.
It just got hit by a rock and basically a concrete wall at 60 miles an hour from both ways. Pretty sure that thing is
60
dead.
meters per second, not miles an hour.
60 meters per second, not miles an hour. 60 meters per second. So, not quite miles per hour, but that's still pretty fast. So,
isn't that
what would
faster
be?
than miles per hour?
No. Wait, is it?
Maybe.
Let me see.
No,
oh yeah,
it's
that's
not worth
134 miles per hour.
Okay, that's what I thought.
That's real freaking fast.
Yeah, that's very fast.
That hand is dead.
Yeah, that hand is crushed.
It just got freaking dead.
Yes. Okay.
So then after this we have our reunion scene with everyone.
Yes, the garden party.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to say they plant a ton of tulips. That's a lot of tulips, man. That's a ton of work. Why did everyone agree to doing that? Like, who's going to maintain that while Coraline is in school, huh? Their parents just going to do it? They don't like dirt. They don't like working in the garden. They've already confirmed that. So who's going to take care of all of that?
I couldn't
Where are you going to get all the water to water all those tulips, huh?
The well. Just
are you going to water all those? How are you going to water? That's going to take like 2 hours to water everything like that.
Yeah, daily. I don't know.
Yeah, unless you put in a sprinkler system, which that's going to be like a week project to put in for everything there and a ton of money, and they don't have that much money. So I don't know what Coraline was thinking when she was planting that many tulips. Continue.
Okay. And we see all the characters that we've met in the film so far. There are only about 11 characters.
Yeah.
And
Angus is alive. The dog that was getting the little angel outfit knitted for him, he's alive. Close to death, but he's alive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Keep going.
I'm like, okay. All right. Okay. So then YB and his grandma show up, and she's like, "Boy, do I have a story for you." And then we pan out from the shot of the Pink Palace to the cat sitting on the sign out front, and we see the cat walk into the signpost and disappear.
Yep.
Bookending.
Which means, because I don't think they made it out of there. There's no way. Because the cat can't just go through that. He didn't talk in the real world. So that means they're probably in the old world again. And she probably got buttons in her eyes, and she's probably only seeing what the Beldam wanted her to see. Yeah. Anything to add to that?
I don't have anything to add to that.
Nope. I think that's a possible thing, though. Because, I don't know. Cats don't go through poles last time I checked.
My cat does not.
My cat doesn't either, because I don't have a cat. So I couldn't go through poles if I don't own one. And none of them go through poles, you say?
To my knowledge, I haven't seen it.
Well, did you watch your movie reel, though? Because none of the characters see it go through the pole, but in the movie... That's
true. I don't know.
So did you watch your movie? Yeah. Well, you don't even have to have camera. You just have to watch your movie,
Oh.
So now, go do that, and then you can tell me.
Okay.
But that's it for Coraline. This was a long one.
This was a very
long one.
An hour
and a half we're basically at right now.
Yeah, and we still have to recap our stuff.
Yeah. So let's give this bad boy a score. Let's start with you, Ryan. What would you give this film a score of?
9.5. 9.5.
9.5. Why 9.5, Ryan?
This is one of my favorite movies of all time. It does have some continuity issues, which are the only things keeping it from being a 10. That's the only thing.
Okay.
What's your score?
Yeah, I mean, I would probably give this a 10.
Okay. Very good.
I think, it's a kids movie. I'm not going into it thinking like that has to be absolutely perfect, which I know it's like, oh, if it's a 10, it has to be perfect. I don't know. It's perfect for me. I really enjoy it. There's not really anything in here where I'm like, oh man, I really don't enjoy watching the scene. It's just a fun time. I watched it like a million times. Super well done. They put a ton of work to the dolls and the houses and everything on here, and they did a really great job with it, directing and everything. And it's just such a fun movie to watch. But at the same time, it's got those horror aspects that are also really, really cool. So yeah, I think I'm gonna give this guy a 10.
Yeah. I could definitely get down with a 10, but it's not a perfect movie, so I'm not giving it a 10. It is a 9.5 for me.
That's fine. Yeah. I could see that score as well. I'd go in between a 9 and a 10 usually.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna give it a 10 for this. All right. Well, that's it for the what is this? The third episode of the Koreatown Pillow Fort podcast. Thank you all for listening.